Yo, Big Catch back up in here. We about to go over this fantastic hip-hop video labeled How Drake's Worst Nightmare, How Drake's Worst Nightmare just officially became true. Y'all know they had that Nickerson Gardens concert, man. And I just dug up them TikToks and hey, it's official. We about to drop that probably later on, I don't know. But we about to get into this video, y'all. Y'all sit back, kick back, relax. It's the weekend. You ain't got nothing to worry about because you with me. You ain't got nothing to worry about because you with me. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, throughout everything we have been seeing in hip-hop recently, there are few things that have been causing more beef and tension between rappers than the NFL. Because beyond the reaction to Kendrick Lamar playing at the Super Bowl halftime show and everything that upset people like Lil Wayne when that was first announced, from the recent situation involving Jay-Z to collabs and partnerships with multiple of the biggest rappers out leading up to the Super Bowl, the NFL right now has never been more important to the future and well-being of hip-hop culture as a whole. And because of how everything we have seen has went recently, with first off the Jay-Z situation and all of the controversy around that, just the idea of Jay getting exposed immediately made Drake's corner of the hip-hop world just try to make this about them, and overall what Drake can gain from the downfall of someone else. And this immediately caused them to wonder if Kendrick Lamar would no longer be playing at the halftime show because Jay is one of the people who was responsible for picking him. And while the commissioner of the NFL has said that nothing is going to change because of this situation right now, this has not stopped the community of people who have been livid about the fact that Kendrick Lamar beat their favorite rapper in a lyrical back and forth from trying to push them to reconsider. And beyond just the OVO fandom, with Drake as a whole, with all of this chaos around the NFL, his tension with Kendrick Lamar, and the current situation around the Super Bowl because of all of this, in typical Drake fashion, he is still trying to sabotage the entire thing, and just cause as many problems and as much confusion as he possibly can. And now before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. And so now with Drake and what he has just done, is something that has shocked everyone, is with the most recent thing to drop from his entire brand. It hasn't been music or anything along those lines, but it has been a new and official collaboration with the NFL, where teams are now getting their own OVO jacket.
Oh, no, man, this dude's so corny, man. He don't even know how to catch a ball cool. Word, he's bond, boy. No, we don't need no OVO logos nowhere near the Super Bowl. Word, he's bond. He think he's slick. He trying to have OVO logos so the cameras could pick it up, and that's how he's going to insert himself with the suit. You know what? Let me let the video rock out, because this might not be what I think it. Yo, son, disappear. Let people miss you, man. Word up. You done cut your hair. You know what I'm saying? New year, new you. Get missing. 2024 is not yours.
And now, while I don't know what research would make a brand as big as the NFL think that people want to own items that are directly attached to what has become the biggest joke in really all of music culture right now, this has not stopped Drake and his team from hyping up the release of these clothes and really treating it like they are sabotaging the industry's party that Drake has been kicked out and banished from. Now, before we even get into why Drake is really doing this, what the funniest part about this entire situation is that in this era where not just Drake fans, media puppets, and OVO as a whole have acted like Drake's image has been ruined and that he has lost so much because of the unfair lies Kendrick Lamar said about him on Not Like Us, but also Drake literally filed this as well in his suit where he said that his image has been hurt so bad that he has lost major business opportunities because of this beef. And
I thought he wasn't worried. I thought he wasn't worried about nothing, Lil Yachty. I thought he wasn't worried about nothing. But it seems to me that Drake is startled. He's worried. He's losing money. He's losing sleep. This is why he got these bags up under his eyes. He don't know what to do. He's losing business. He's losing friends and everything. He doesn't know what to do, you guys. Word, he's bun, boy.
And even further than that, he claims that all of these companies came together and made a plot to ruin his image forever. Again, when you take Drake's words and then look at reality, from Drake doing a full-on collab with the brand that is also having your biggest rival play at the biggest event in all of music, to even before this, Drake and OVO doing a collaboration with The Simpsons, which of course is owned by one of the biggest entertainment conglomerates on the entire globe in Disney. Overall, in terms of being a part of the industry and being within the machine, despite the lies and backtracking that so many people who are around and support Drake have tried to use to explain why he just lost in a lyrical back and forth with another MC, which again all ties back to this bigger plot from the industry instead of just admitting that Drake just didn't prepare for this beef. Altogether, when you actually just look at the facts, what Drake and everybody has been trying to portray is just such a blatant and utter lie. And it's really one of the most pathetic ways of trying to cope and reframe the reality of a situation that I have ever seen. And for a company like the NFL, by working with Drake on this, but then having Kendrick playing the Super Bowl, this overall just shows that just like Drake and Kendrick's shared label UMG, and just like the streaming platforms that Drake claims have tried to end his career, all of these platforms and massive brands have shown that they will work and support both Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and whatever they want to do, and whatever decisions they have made in terms of what to promote and who to place where, at this point are only pure reflections of the people's own demand and desires, which in the case of everything we saw this year led to Kendrick Lamar just being the victor in almost every way possible. But now beyond this NFL and OVO collab debunking that Drake is now anti-industry and that everyone's against him, what it also shows us is that from the perspective of Drake and his team, even despite the fact that this is the same company who has picked OVO's biggest rival and nightmare to perform at the biggest event in all of music and entertainment, that Drake is still willing to work with them. And now the reason why this is, why Drake's own pettiness has not added them to the list of forces he's against, is because for Drake at this point what's clear is that beyond all of the other L's he has taken and how much the success of a song and Not Like Us has really made people just lose interest in his career and future music overall, is that over everything, aside from the diss tracks that already released and came out, the worst thing that can happen to him in his own eyes is the song that has been more responsible for his downfall than anything.
Man, that boy look just like Sandra, boy. That boy look just like Sandra. He got his mother jeans all in him. Word is bond.
Else, and of course Not Like Us, being played live for over 100 million viewers at the Super Bowl, which really, if this happens, will solidify his downfall forever, as it will really just be humiliating to see how much of the world is against him and enjoying something that is just all about taking down his career. So very similar to the way that his suit with his label is trying to function as this statement right now that's claiming that Not Like Us has ruined Drake in so many different ways, this collab seems like Drake is placing another piece in this plan down, which is all trying to push and save his career before it's all really over forever. And I think what Drake thinks by doing something like this is that from garnering both support from players and the culture of fans, which I don't think that is going to work in his favor, because even already as Drake and OVO were hyping up this collab and trying to use it as a way to step on the relationship that is perceived by the public between the league and Kendrick because of the Super Bowl, just as the collection was only making headlines for purely existing and what it represents in terms of Drake's tactical play to try and stop Kendrick from playing at the Super Bowl, and not for the actual quality of the designs or for how it pushes the culture of the sport forward or how it infuses it with hip-hop as a whole. The worst thing happened for Drake in terms of winning NFL culture and fandoms back on his side, because then another major collab between the league and a big-time rapper came out at the same time as this pretty much. And this time with an artist who is not just on bad terms with Drake, but who is very good friends with Kendrick Lamar, and now who I am talking about is none other than Tyler, the Creator, as his golf brand has made a collab line with the NFL as well at this time. And with the way Tyler rolled his collection out, which both in terms of the designs which were praised and the—
Oh yeah, Tyler, the Creator, is way more creative. He's going to come out with way more things to relate to the people than Drake. All Drake has is a damn owl. Look, we over that, bro. See, Tyler, the Creator, he's going to go in the lab. He's going to go working with people. He's going to be hands-on. Not Drake. Drake is not going to do that. He's going to throw that damn owl and stitch it on somewhere and cross his fingers and hope for the best. But we not rocking with that. Yes, I'm happy Tyler, the Creator, is getting involved with this situation, so hopefully his brand could take off more than Drake's will and overshadow Drake in every way possible. Yes.
Announcements which garnered so much buzz because of the big names posing in the clothes, which included rappers who also have beef with Drake, like Rick Ross and Top Dog Entertainment's very own Schoolboy Q. All in all, once again, Tyler showed us that he is the best when it comes to the presentation he brings when he releases something. And if you didn't think Tyler could merge his style with the NFL and their fandom, well, he quickly won over so many different teams he designed items for, as they were all so unique and embody different aspects of both the cities they are from and the franchises they represent. And I mean, compare this to the OVO ones, which are pretty much more billboards for them as opposed to actually being ways to celebrate your favorite teams in a unique way. Altogether, when it comes to turning the NFL culture on Kendrick Lamar and everything he is doing and stands for, I don't think Drake's jackets are going to stop the biggest performance in music happening, but still. Regardless of how useless this seems now, what Drake has done here is still established a current professional relationship with the NFL and in his ever petty game to try and get Now Like Us to not play at the Super Bowl. He inherently does have more leverage now to get them to not play it, as he is now directly involved in something that the success of is in their best interests. But still, between the fact that no one seems to care about the OVO and NFL collab, and it's definitely going to come and go, and also just the fact that Drake and the NFL have some jackets together, and Kendrick Lamar is the headlining name on not just the league's biggest event, but the single most watched moment in all of American culture, which again is just so much bigger than just the NFL. I think it's clear whose interest they will be supporting more, and when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, based on everything he has said and represented and his overall sentiments as an artist, which is that despite being and participating in industry functions, he is not going to change his vision for what they want one bit. I think Kendrick would not show up to the Super Bowl at all before he decided to not play a record that, beyond being a Drake diss, has become...
no, why is Drake still around? I don't even want them getting the idea of, okay, being as though that Drake's owl is on these jackets, we got to play a couple of his songs. No, man. I don't want him around at all. I want him to go chill. That's where I want him at. I want him going to go chill. We need to have this moment as fans, and then Drake come back later after all this is done. Then he come back later, and then, I will reconsider. But now he needs to go chill, take a chill. We don't need you doing no business dealings. Hopefully NFL get a whiff of all of that lawsuit stuff and they get scared and just say, no, we don't want to deal. We don't want to deal with you. No. Hopefully that happens. That's what I want to happen. I'm hoping that's what happens.
Become a unifying anthem for where he's from and hip hop as a whole, really. So while when it comes to this situation from Drake's end, considering that he's scared to rap at this point because he has no actual talent or passion for the craft left, and he's not going to actually get real people back on his side, right alongside what he is accusing his label and streaming companies of, this is a fitting move for the petty and pathetic game he wants to play, and while I don't think he has any chance of getting his way here, we still don't know where he's going to go with this fully, because as decisions are made about everything he just filed against his label, which of course includes Drake accusing all of these major brands for intentionally tarnishing his name for pushing a song that said what it did and Not Like Us. The only thing that could work in his favor is if that holds up, which while it seems unlikely, only time will tell about that. But regardless of the games Drake is trying to play to just save whatever is left of his career, what we know as music listeners and hip-hop fans is that for the way this guy just can't handle losing and moving on, and for the way he has no real plans of a comeback album aside from his project with Party Next Door that seems like it's gonna flop as he clearly does not care about it, and instead of doing anything positive is just trying to now elevate his loss in a rap beef to these higher powers to try and have them diminish the impact of what Kendrick did in a way that he never could, all in all just shows Drake to not just be more pathetic, but to be the sheer embodiment of hip-hop's antithesis more than we have ever seen. And so now with all that said, let me know, what do you think about what Drake is doing?
I'll let you know what I think about what Drake is doing. I think he's like, y'all remember the movie Juice, where Bishop, Tupac, the role he played was Bishop at the end, when he was all dangling off the roof, and Q was holding him like, I got you, man, I got you. Those are Drake fans, and I don't mean to put the similarities between Drake and Pac, but that's Bishop. You're the bad guy, right? Come on, don't let me go, man, don't let me go. Yo, we gotta let this nigga go, man. Drake needs to be let go. He needs to be let go right now. I don't want his logo onto no jackets or none of that. You need to be a memory for a while. At least for like a month or 2 months. No, not at least. At least 3 months. Just be a memory. Be like, yo, you remember that dude Drake? Like the one, his father named Dennis with the big beard? Yeah, what happened to that guy? Yeah, then we might give you a call or something. You come back then, something like that. But now you're scratching up that building like Bishop. You scratch, yo, don't let me go there. You need to disappear, my boy. Word, he's bonding, boy. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the video, man. I will leave a link in the description. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. I will leave a link. Y'all go subscribe, like, comment over here as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.